Hello, welcome back to another Collector versus Hoarder. You know, I talk about this book and shown it many times. My very first comic books, yes. Here it is. As you can see, there's a little, well, not little, it's like about an inch and a half corner crease right there. Remarkably, after 3+ decades, almost 4 now, look at the spine. Okay, look at the spine. This book has not seen a back or board for at least a decade. The last time that it was in a back and board was prior to 2008 when I returned to the hobby. This was one of the very first books that I dug through my boxes to find, to show my wife that, hey, you want to see the very first comic book I bought back when I was 14, 15 years old? This is it right here. And here's the back cover. Okay, so for a book that has been handled a million times, okay, countless, it's always nearby, okay? It's always either on my desk here or on the cabinet over there or on the shelf over there, but it's always has it been in this room in plain view, plain sight for as long as I can remember. And you know, it floors me how first it does surprise me how this book was able to maintain a decent condition. Is it a 6.0? Around that, right? It's not nothing better. But it floors me on how something like this was able to maintain its shape, while I see books that came way after this that look 10 times worse from, you know, people videos or on eBay. I'm just like, what the heck happened? How can something get beat up so badly, right? How? I don't get it, but you never know when children can get their hands on something. Okay, but for me, luckily I started in this hobby when I was in the teen, and I was trained to take care of my stuff already back then, so it's not about tossing it around. And over the years, you know, the thought of me slabbing this book to protect it have never ever crossed my mind. I have seen people slabbing completely worthless stuff that are in beat up condition because it's the very first comic book that they bought, or their dad gave it to them, or grandpa bought it for them. I have seen plenty of the situation where someone would spend the $20 or $30 that's needed to send a book in to get slapped on something that is not even worth anything except for their own memory. I don't get it. Okay, to me, as I talk about in my Q&A question recently on what I want to pass on to my son, it's just like my memory, even if this book is gone, for whatever situation that may happen down the road, and this book is lost forever, I would be extremely sad. I'm pleased that I still have this book to show it around, okay? I'm pleased. Make no mistake, I am pleased that it's still around. But if this book is gone forever and I have no, and I'm not ever going to be able to hold it in my hand like this again in any way, shape, or form, it wouldn't bother me. You know, memory is memory. You know, I don't look at objects as something that, you know, holds some kind of memory for me, if that makes any sense. I think that's one way why I think it's easier for me to let go of things as far as this hobby. You know how some collectors just can't seem to sell anything because they just can't let go of anything. For me, this hobby is fun, it's special, but at the same time, I don't need to have anything really at the end of the day, and I'm glad I have that kind of mindset. Certainly it would make it easier for me in the past few years to sell things, and in the next few years to keep selling more things so that I have less and less and less. So you know, personally I am just happy that I have that kind of mindset. You know, for other people that can't let go, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, these things, comic books, mean so different to so many people. There is no one way, okay? And I can't stress enough about how it is so different for each one of us. I'm more curious, to be honest, of how the future generations will look at this hobby, to be honest, because for us at this age, and even younger, even people that might be in their 30s or 40s, their way to connect to this hobby or to get back into the hobby has a lot to do with nostalgia. Now, how would this be with my son and his generation and the one after? I don't know. You know, I don't think I can't transfer my brain to that generation to say, oh, you know, because my son saw the Avengers movie on the big screen when he's 12 years old, when he's 30, he's gonna somehow have the urge of nostalgia to go buy comic books. I don't get that, okay? Can that happen? Absolutely. I don't get it. Okay, my mind just can't process that something like that can happen. We will find out in 10, 15 years, okay? So now we get to the hoarder portion of this video. Yeah. To my surprise, there's one title in the K. Yes, we get to the K. One. And there is no duplicates. The only title is K. I have nothing here for hoarding. At one time, I may have 2 or 3 copies of Kamandi, but issue number 1. But I'm pretty sure I sold one on YouTube. Maybe last year or 2 years ago, I sold one along with a lot with other low-grade Kamandi. But yeah, only one title in the whole alphabet. No hoarding here. Not guilty one bit about hoarding in the K. And that's it for this collector versus hoarder video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.